Hello and welcome to Play and Learn Storytime, a story time for children 18 to 36 months and their caregivers from the Newburgh Free Library. My name is Sarah Scoggin and I'm the early childhood librarian, and I am so glad that you all decided to tune in today. So we usually start our story times with a song. This song is called Everybody Sing Hello. Everybody sing hello. Everybody sing hello. Everybody sing hello. Sing hello. Our second song will be to get our hands ready to be peaceful while we hear our story. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Clap your hands and stomp your feet. Fold your hands so nice and neat. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Okay, so our book today is from Richard Scarry. This is the best word book ever by Richard Scarry. And I am just going to read one page spread, but it's one that tells a story. Mouse has just bought a book at the bookstore. She is going to buy a newspaper and then join her rabbit friends at the sidewalk cafe and drink some lemonade with them. Show with your finger the way she'll go. Remember to have her look both ways before she crosses the street. So over here we have Mouse. It says book reader. She's just come out of that bookstore. And above her you can see there's a newspaper office, a publisher, a costume shop, a dancing studio. There's lots of things in that building, a drugstore. So she's going to go down the sidewalk, look both ways, across the street to where we have a letter carrier and a bus. She's going to walk all along here. There's a taxi. Well, green sign. What does it say? Oh, taxi stand. She could go down into the subway. It's a train underneath the street. But she doesn't need the subway to get to her friends. Back up the stairs. Oh, here is the newsstand where she can buy her newspaper. Little ones today might grow up with mostly online newspapers, but you can explain to them how newspapers used to be the way to get your news. So let's see, she's going to walk back here. Look both ways at this traffic light. Traffic light, that reminds me of a song. Where is red light? Where is red light? There it is. There it is. Tell us what you say, sir. Tell us what you say, sir. I say stop. I say stop. Where is yellow light? Where is yellow light? There it is. There it is. Tell us what you say, sir. Tell us what you say, sir. I say wait. I say wait. Where is green light? Where is green light? There it is. There it is. Tell us what you say, sir. Tell us what you say, sir. I say go. I say go. Red says stop now. Yellow says wait now. Green says go. Green says go. These are traffic signals. These are traffic signals. Stop, wait, go. Stop, wait, go. Alright, so she waits until the traffic stops along this road here, looks both ways, crosses the street here, and walks by the barber shop. Has to look both ways to cross one more street. Here we go. There, now she's at the sidewalk cafe with her rabbit friends. Maybe after they have some lemonade at that restaurant, they can look both ways and carefully cross the street. And then look both ways, cross the street. And here we have a park. They could go to the park. There's all kinds of things we can see in the city. So if you have any picture book, but especially a book like Richard Scarry, you can just tell a story with one page spread. It's similar to something I mentioned in one of my Writing with Picture Books videos, which I will link to that up in the card. So you don't have to read the whole book, especially if they don't have the patience to sit. They've got the scrummy whammies. You can tell a really short story. You can make up your own story about the people who live in this building, the people who work in this skyscraper. So I encourage you to have fun and see what details you can spot. There's like some flags here, international flags on the hotel. So try to go deeper with the books just to have fun. For the next part of story time, we have a song called There's a Big Ship Sailing on the Illy Alley O. And just some fun nonsense words. So here's my ship. There's a big ship sailing on the Illy Alley O, Illy Alley O, Illy Alley O. There's a big ship sailing on the Illy Alley O, hi ho, Illy Alley O. And you can make up more verses. There's lots that go with a ship. There's a big ship sailing and bouncing on the waves, bouncing on the waves, bouncing on the waves. There's a big ship sailing and bouncing on the waves, hi ho, bouncing on the waves. There's a big ship sailing and ringing on a bell, ringing on a bell, ringing on a bell. There's a big ship sailing and ringing on a bell, hi ho, ringing on a bell. There's a big ship sailing and flying with the flag, flying with the flag, flying with the flag. There's a big ship sailing and flying with the flag, hi ho, flying with the flag. And you can say it's going through a fog, or it's carrying a fruit, or you could replace the nonsense illy alley o with something like zippy zappy zoo, just more nonsense. So songs like that are mostly just to have fun with the language, and it's easy to pick up the pattern. So if you sing it a lot, eventually, or probably surprisingly quickly, they will pick up on how the song goes. Our next song is a photo book, and it is a quintessential rhyming song, Down by the Bay. Down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did she a bear combing his hair down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you see a snake baking a cake down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goat wearing a coat down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home I dare not go, for if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a time when you couldn't find a rhyme down by the bay? Our next song is an action song, Skidamarinka-dinka-dink. Skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. Skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skidamarinka-dinka-dink, skidamarinka-doo. I love you. And since we're doing a lot of rhymes, the next rhyme is called I gave my horse an apple. Horse? Apple? I gave my horse an apple, and she gave me a neigh. I gave my horse a carrot, and she moved her head this way. I gave my horse a sugar lump, and she gave me a smile, and then she took me for a ride for more than half a mile. Now it's time for some rhymes on our magnetic board. At the beginning of each story time at the Newburgh Free Library, I would always pick a shape and have our name. So each child would have shape on the name tag. So I have my Ms. Sarah shape up here, my flower on the board. So if you want to imagine a shape, a circle, a square, a triangle, or some other shape, imagine your name on it, put it up here on the board so you can be part of my story time. We have Baba Black Sheep. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for my dame. 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Baba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. Next we have Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Their pail. Jack fell down, whoa, and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. I think it just wouldn't be story time if we didn't do the Itsy Bitsy Spider. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider ran up the spout again. Our next rhyme is speckled frogs. I'm just going to do 3 speckled frogs. You may be familiar with the original is 5 little speckled frogs. Here's my frogs made out of felt, and I just have some magnets on the back. You could do a felt board if you just have one big piece of felt. 3 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum! 1 jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. Croak, croak. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious bugs. Yum, yum! 1 jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. Croak, croak. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating the most delicious flies. Yum, yum! 1 jumped into the pool, where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Croak, croak. 0 frogs up above the pond. Our second story is called E-I-E-I Know, and I actually made it using an online story creation tool called Storyjumper, and it's free to create an ebook, and all the art is provided. You click, drag, add words, however you'd like, add backgrounds. So it's free if you just want to store it online. And I think it's a lot of fun. I will go into it a lot more on my writing program on Friday if you're interested in more about how to use Storyjumper. But first here, let's have E-I-E-I Know.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had some chickens, E-I-E-I-O. Wait! Some chickens? I only see 1. Oh well. With a cheep, cheep here and a cheep, cheep there, here cheep, there cheep, everywhere cheep, cheep, old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I, ox? No, it's a water buffalo. Interesting choice for a domestic animal. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, And on this farm he had a water buffalo. E-I-E-I-O, no! A tiger! Run! Maybe we should head to the field. Right, let's try again. On this farm he had some ladybugs. E-I-E-I-O, right. Ladybugs don't make noise. They are good for keeping plants healthy, but not good for this song. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Could we have something else, please? A monkey? Oh, fine. With an eek eek here and eek ook there, here and ook, there and ook, everywhere and ook. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I, no, absolutely not. Nope. Nuh-uh. Not you either. That is totally illogical. None of you are even animals. You know what? I have a better idea. Old MacDonald didn't have a farm. He had a story. All are welcome. The end.
Let's get the ukulele back out here, and we'll do Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its face was white as snow. It followed her to school one day, school one day, school one day. It followed her to school one day, that was against the rule. It made the children laugh and play, laugh and play, laugh and play. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. I know I've mentioned this in past story times at the Newburgh Free Library, but I actually was quite surprised and delighted to learn that the story of Mary Had a Little Lamb, of a lamb actually following the student school, was a true story. Someone who was actually there wrote the poem that then was turned into the song. So there actually are more verses than those. Now let's do a really classic rhyme called To Market, to Market. I hear my little pig. To market, to buy a fat pig. Home again, jiggity jig. To market, to buy a fat hog. Home again, jiggity jog. To market, to buy a sweet bun. Home again, market is done. I think that pretty much any child's toy that you have, or a book or a picture, you probably can find a rhyme somewhere that goes with that. If you have any questions or you want suggestions, please feel free to email me. Put my address right there. Okay, so for our last song, we're going to sing Peanut Butter and Jelly. And we are actually going to make a sandwich as we sing. So I've got my plate and my spreading knife right here. So now for Peanut Butter and Jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. First you take the peanuts and you crack 'em, you crack 'em, you crack 'em, crack 'em, crack 'em. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the peanuts and you mash 'em, you mash 'em, you mash 'em, mash 'em, mash 'em. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the bread and you spread it, you spread it, you spread it, spread it, spread it. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the grapes and you squish 'em, you squish 'em, you squish 'em, squish 'em, squish 'em. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the jelly and you spread it, you spread it, You spread it, spread it, spread it. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. Then you take the sandwich and you eat it. Peanut butter, and jelly. Peanut butter, and jelly. So thank you so much for coming to Play and Learn Storytime. At the end, I would usually have an activity for us to do. So I've been recommending to do something with rhyming. Now, 1836 months, they can't really produce rhymes, but it's just practice hearing the rhymes. So you can do that in any number of ways. Just saying rhymes, mostly singing songs that rhyme. You could have a picture of rhyming words that you make with finger paints. Like if they're playing with finger paints, you could create a sort of slick of paint and then with your finger write rhyming words and say, oh, cat and pat, rhyme. If you have some alphabet letters, you could put them up on your board. So here I have OP, so the op family of rhymes. And I could say top. I could even say stop. So blended sound there. I could say hop. Or I could say mop. And just go through a whole bunch of different letters just so they can hear them and see them, but mostly just hearing them. And the more fun you can make it, it's like, oh, I'm going to hop with a mop. And just so they get that sound in their ear, that the second sound isn't changing. They can see and hear that this op sound is the same. I will link to one more book video in case you'd like another book with your story time, and that is Llama Llama Red Pajama. So I will link that up in the card. Thank you so much for watching.